Hi, everyone. This is Jackie Cooper with J. Cooper Travels talk show, and I'm really excited today to talk to a young entrepreneur who is involved in many different ventures that is helping her community. And I'm really excited to be sharing more about what she's doing. For those that are new to J. Cooper Travels, I wanted to thank you for hopping on and listening. This is part of our road trip series because we're going to be taking a virtual road trip all the way to California. And we're going to be talking about a really quaint community that's nestled into the hills and is a great place to go and explore, as well as to support the local businesses. And J. Cooper Travel started as a travel talk show in terms of where do you go to travel around the world. And then COVID hit. And so it still involves conversations with people around the world as to where they are and great places to see and to stay. But we also talk about stories. How do we travel in life? How do we travel with our friends, our family, our careers? All those different, questions and answers to enjoy the quality of our life. So I'm really excited today to have Caitlin Weaver. She is here, and I connected with her on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. And I want to welcome you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
I'm good. So I know you're involved in a lot of different ventures. And for those that are not familiar with the talk show, the contact information will be in the block below. So we will mention it during our time of chatting. But if you don't have paper and pen, don't fret. Just come back to this episode on J. Cooper Travels and you'll be able to connect with Caitlin and support her in her various ventures. So Caitlin, why don't you introduce your first business and which one are we going to talk about first?
So I'll introduce my newest business since I'm just starting out. I'm basically opening up a women's boutique store. And the reason that I'm opening it is to kind of get some just more resources for our mountain community. We don't have a lot of women's stores up here or just anything for just people to do, honestly. And my also mission and vision is to get handmade items or people's local artwork or, local handmade goods in a storefront presence as well. Just to kind of bring community together as well. It is a very small town where I'm located, and it's in the San Bernardino Mountains in Southern California. And if you know where Big Bear is, we're about 45 minutes, 40 minutes away on the Little Bear side of the mountain range.
What's it
And
called? What's the
it's
town called?
Running Springs, California. And so we're actually a very high elevation up here in Running Springs. We're about 6,500 square feet, elevation in feet. I'm thinking house square feet. And also, we also get so much snow up here as well. So we get to get all the four seasons as well. So if you don't know where Big Bear is, we're about like 2 hours from LA, Los Angeles, California. And yeah, so I'm passionate about helping people first and foremost. So I definitely wanted to bring more resources to the community. And my boyfriend actually does retail. So that's actually the reason I'm getting into retail, getting into women's clothing. I would have never thought in a million years I'd open up a retail store, but I think it's important to also have like a side passion or, something that you like to do as well as, the professional side of a career. So yeah, I was going to talk about my professional side. I was just going to go right into it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It's really important
Yeah.
to give back to the community. And I love the fact that you are, obviously you can do Zoom and you can connect with anyone anywhere. And you do have an online presence for the store and you're in the development of that. But I think that, there's so much local talent and sometimes they don't get recognized. And it's, someone who might not be in Running Springs could visit your website and decide to support an artisan or, a creative person who's in your community. And then tourists who are traveling through. I mean, they can stop by and they can check out the shop. And, everyone likes knickknacks from the places that they visit. So I think, it's a great way to support the community. And I know as you're developing it and, marketing it, you're going to bring a lot of foot traffic to the town. So I think that's a wonderful way to give back.
Yes, yes. That's actually my whole mission or vision for my marketing is like a piece of our heart from our town to you, basically. And yeah, it's definitely something to get the town together as well, because there's not a lot of guidance for the youth up here. There's not a lot of stuff to do other than, go to school, sports, after school activities. Um, but I definitely did want to create something for the town. I'm also going to do like tables in the front of the unit and just do like free Wi-Fi if people want to sit outside
Yeah.
and relax. Because right next to the location is an auto body shop. So people are always waiting for their cars, and it's a small town, so there's not a lot of businesses where we're located, but we just want to kind of change the way it's laid out and everything in our community. And then we're also located right by Deep Creek, which is a really famous creek or river that flows through the mountain range. And there's beautiful waterfalls all throughout the mountains. There's a place also called Aztec Falls that's in Lake Arrowhead.
Wow.
And then up where we're at, it's called the Narrows and Deep Creek. And there's always people or tourists that come there. So yeah, it's definitely a tourist location. If anyone hasn't heard of it, definitely Google it. And yeah, we have resources here as well. The reason I'm also opening it is because my boyfriend has a sporting goods store. So I want to create something for the woman, for the women in our community. But I do also believe women should also know their self-defense and have all of their, everything in order for them to be able to travel or, even go hiking in our summertime. There's bears out and stuff in the forest. So it's definitely different living up here. So we're really just excited to, first of all, just bring resources to our community, but also, build a business out of it and build a brand. And that's exactly what I want to, help build as well. Have you ever heard of the coffee company called like Black Rifle Coffee Company? It's like a veteran owned company.
No, but tell me more. I'm really
Yeah,
interested.
I don't know if you drink coffee, but
I love the coffee. I love coffee.
yes. So that's why I like to tell people about this. I actually just heard about it too, about from the local kids around here, because it's a veteran owned company. So I want to become like a distributor for that kind of coffee.
Awesome.
It's a veteran-owned company, and it's called Black Rifle. And the sporting goods store that my boyfriend's opening, he's gonna do guns and ammo, just because there's a lot of hunters up here, and
Yeah,
having resources in the area for people that need them. So I want to have like food and drink also in the boutique.
I love it.
Just packaged, yeah. That way, if people want to sit outside, they could just buy something, go outside, and then do their work or studying or just relaxing.
I
um,
think I think it's great, and don't mean to interrupt, but while you were talking,
yeah,
on my travel website, I have a blog site. So
oh,
for those that are listening, give me about a little bit, depending upon when this actually pops out. I am going to do a travel blog about the area because of the fact that, like you said, there's a lot of hiking, there's a lot of ways you can explore it. And you might be listening to the talk show and you might also be looking at the Zoom. But again, when I was doing the research about the area, there's a lot of different links. So, of how you can explore it. So I'll definitely do a travel blog. And that way, if you are planning a trip through this area, you can stop into Caitlin's store and support, again, when you do road trips, you want places that you can kind of connect and chill at. And so this is definitely going to be one of those new hotspots that hopefully, people will discover and support you on it. I think it'll be really cool. So, so you're also doing another business, and why don't you talk about that? Because I know that you can do that independent of the physical location of the store. So tell us more about that.
Yes, yes. So I'm also a professional insurance agent. I luckily was introduced to insurance from my family. My mother is an insurance agent, and she has been in the insurance industry for over 10 years. And she originally started out with Farmers Insurance. It's a captive company that is a one-stop shop, has everything included. And then she worked there for about 3 to 5 years. And then she decided to open up her own agency with the help and support from my dad, which has always had like a business mindset and entrepreneur mindset as well. Definitely where I get it from, along with my grandpa as well. He has his own business as well. But so they opened up a business in 2013, and it was an independent insurance agency in another small town in our community called Crestline, California. And they're still open and thriving and honestly doing amazing, with the time that they've built everything. It's been awesome. So I've luckily been able to work while building with them and going to college at the same time, doing insurance. And then I went to Cal State San Bernardino and got my business degree in entrepreneurship. And luckily, at the same time, I was work day, school day, work, and I just had a full schedule, and gained a bunch of sales experience, a bunch of customer service experience, just emotional intelligence, how to interact, and I graduated college in 2019. And I kind of just wanted to do something more. I didn't know what I wanted really. Insurance was definitely amazing, but I knew it's more like just a vehicle to get me to where I need to be for life. So I still absolutely love insurance. And I was going to go work with a company right out of college. I went to a job fair, met someone, and it was someone recruiting me for Prudential. I don't know if you've obviously heard of them. So, yeah, it's a life insurance and finance company. And I was just going to go work with Prudential, get my securities license, and sell, life insurance and financial products, because I honestly always wanted to be in finance. I just love numbers and math. And so right after that, I met this lady, and I got then transitioned and recruited into WFG, which is another life insurance networking platform. And I honestly loved it. I loved what their mission and vision was, but I just didn't feel supported, and it just wasn't for me. Long story short, I tried to deal with that 2019, 2020, didn't work out. 2020, I just worked the family business because houses were selling like crazy in the seller's market. And so I was getting minimum like 30 new home policies a month, just busting them out. And we were so blessed, and I was so thankful. But I was just kind of like hitting, the ceiling. Like I could get more sales, but it was like already at capacity. And I love my family to death. I love my parents, but I had to just, spread my wings and fly and kind of leave the nest, and decided to just do my own agency in insurance. And I primarily do property and casualty insurance, which is like property coverage of auto, home, commercial, business owners, boat coverage, quads, motorcycles, anything that you need insurance, I could probably get a policy on. Because I've also dealt with the high risk insurance, like where we live in the national forest.
Yeah.
I've specialized in high risk fire insurance for over 5-6 years now. And so I'm really passionate about insurance. I could talk all day, but to wrap it up, insurance, I'm really passionate about just making sure people understand what liability means, especially in the state of California. And so I just love to help, especially business owners as well, because it takes a big, jump and risk to become a business owner, to open up something you're passionate about, to follow your dream and not be afraid, fail or lose it, or, just go for it. And so I want to help people understand their coverage first and foremost. And so I'm opening up an agency right now with Farmers Insurance. And I pick Farmers because they're a very reputable company, very credible. And I'm going to pick a niche for my marketing and stuff and really focus on business owners. And,
That's awesome.
yeah, and also educate my generation to finish up, educate my generation just about, simple stuff as well, like insurance, business, finance, life. Just want to talk. Yeah, I just want to help people any way I can. So
No, I'm so impressed, and I totally agree with you. A lot of times we don't think of what insurance we need. And insurance is sort of like part of the team that you need in your life. You need insurance, you need your accountant, you need your doctors, your dentist, and something that you and I have talked about, you also need your lawyers. I mean, one of the things that I recently became involved with, and we've been talking about it, is Legal Shield, because it's affordable, it's flat rate, it covers someone for a low monthly of $24.95. If you're a business, it's also affordable. And it means that you have access 24/7 to an attorney, and it is something that can cover you whether it's an accident or you get stopped and you need to do 24/7, just hit the app and say, okay, talk to my lawyer. Again, you never know. And like you said, with real estate, with so many things, insurance and law are kind of go hand in hand.
definitely, that's what the insurance has too, their own claims lawyers, adjusters. If you have your own for stuff you don't have insurance on, that's even better. That's like the perfect pair.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
everyone who's listening, definitely, Caitlin, do you want to share with everyone how they can reach you?
Yeah, definitely. I've been just talking. So right now with both companies, I have I have Facebook and Instagram social media pages. So primarily posting on Facebook and Instagram. And then I also have a website as well for both of the companies. And I'll be updating that information with the, provided later.
Yep. So definitely look at the block below. And if you are want to reach Caitlin, definitely message me. If you don't remember what the episode was, just go to jcoopertravels@gmail.com or to this episode. The contact information will be there. Also look at cooper-travel.com, my travel website, and go to the blog section, because I'll also have Caitlin's information there when we have a story about, running springs and all the wonderful things that you can see and do as you're staying or traveling through to go to another destination. Because again, summer might be almost over, but we travel all the time. And so it's always nice to explore new areas and get outdoors and stuff like that. So any last minute thoughts, Caitlin, that you'd like to share with the listeners?
No, I was just going to say I'll definitely give as much information as possible of what to do up here. There's so many things to see, explore. There's adventure parks up here. We have Snow Valley Ski Resort, and they do mountain biking. There's a bunch of snowboarding up here, of course, in the winter as well. So yeah, I will recommend everything I can. There's also farmers market every Saturday here. So yeah, I'm excited to share it with you guys and for you to see, honestly, a beautiful, honestly, like paradise up here. So I'm really excited. Thank you so much, Jackie. Really appreciate you.
Yeah. One last thing. Have you named your store yet?
Yes, it is. I didn't even say that's bad marketing, but yeah, it's called the Exchange Company, and that's primarily because people can bring used items, new items, handmade items. It's not going to be like thrift. It's more like going to be like a boutique where you can exchange expensive high-end clothing, or it's going to be jewelry. I'll also have crystals in there. I'm going to have a little bit of everything in there. Also running springs themed souvenirs. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
gotta check
That's
it out,
awesome.
guys.
Yep, definitely. So everyone who's listening, like and subscribe so that way you can hear other episodes that Caitlin and I have as we talk about different things that are happening in her local community. And definitely stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.